Um, I'm here today with attorney Sean Collins in his Naperville office, and the purpose of our visit is to talk a little bit about what happened to Jeff Zarowski and Sarah Hartfield a few weeks ago. Mr. Collins, can you sort of bring us up to date on what's happening?
Sure. I see this prosecution as government's abuse or attempts to abuse two citizens who wanted to do a time-honored American thing. They wanted to express their political point of view. Now their government wants to punish them for it. Just a couple of weeks ago, Jeff and Sarah went out to a public walkway over I-355 out in the western suburbs. They put up a sign. It said, "Impeach George Bush and Vice President Cheney," and called them liars. They also turned upside down an American flag. That was part of their protest display. They turned the American flag upside down as a well-known distress symbol. Our country is in distress. That was what they wanted to say that day. Sheriff and the state's attorney, they don't like people who protest the war in Iraq. They don't like people who don't like the president and vice president, and they decided they're going to punish them for it. That's what I believe was going on here. That's why I offered my help to Jeff and Sarah for free. I believe it to be an obligation of citizenship that when one of us sees our fellow citizens being abused for expressing their own political views, that we should stand up and fight. So that's what I'm trying to do. What we're involved in here is a several months process that's going to lead to a jury trial. 12 people are going to hold the fate of Jeff and Sarah in their hands and are going to help decide, help resolve, hopefully, that this was nothing more than two citizens honestly expressing heartfelt political views. It's not something that should be punished by the government. That's why I'm involved in the case. I believe this is a classic case of government abuse of power in order to punish political views with which the government does not agree. In my view, in the view I think of the United States Constitution, that's wrong. It should not be allowed. We have to stop it here.
So can Jeff and Sarah's friends help in any way?
Well, what I hope is that Jeff and Sarah's friends who see this, who learn about this problem, or anybody else who learns of this story will find a way to help. Now, they can help in any number of ways. Tell Jeff and Sarah that you care about them, that you're praying for them, that you want to help them. Write a letter to the editor of your local newspapers. Let them know that you disagree with what the state's attorney and the sheriff in DuPage County are doing here. Above all else, be good, patriotic American citizens by expressing your point of view. Whenever you disagree with government, whether you like or don't like the war, whether you like or don't like what your president or vice president or other elected officials are doing, speak up. Say, don't be intimidated by what government is trying to do here to Jeff and Sarah, because if you are, then they win. And that's their purpose. They don't want people who are opposed to this war. They don't want people opposed to this president or vice president saying so in DuPage County. Don't let them win that fight. Speak your mind.
Well, State's Attorney Birkett has been quoted in the press as saying that the reason behind this is safety. That someone has accused Jeff and Sarah of throwing something onto the roadway. Do you really think that that is the motivation behind this?
I don't think that the motivation has anything to do with Jeff and Sarah, the accusation that Jeff and Sarah threw something off that bridge. I will say categorically, Jeff and Sarah threw nothing off of that bridge. Intentionally, otherwise, they threw nothing off of that bridge. Full, quiet, heartfelt protest that they should not be punished for. Nor is this about public safety. No one's life was in danger. No motorist was put at risk of swerving off the road because of their sign. All we have to do is look at the signs on the sides of our roadways and over our heads as we drive every day all throughout Illinois to know how silly this prosecution is. Think of all of the signs, the road signs, the commercial signs, the young children in the summertime advertising a car wash and holding up a billboard to do it, trying to raise money for their pom-pom squad or their school. No one gets prosecuted for putting up any of these kinds of signs. No one. It's only when someone expresses a political point of view that the powers that be in DuPage County disagree with, that we decide to dust off the law books and start using these laws to intimidate people from expressing those points of view. The laws aren't for that purpose. This is not a crime here. This was a heartfelt expression of a deeply held political point of view. It's the kind of thing we want to encourage in this county and in this country, not discourage. And clearly, we don't want to be making criminals of these kinds of people. America needs more of people expressing their views, not less. That's why I got involved in this case. That's why I'm proud to do it as a citizen and as a lawyer, as a volunteer.